broke out with my paper pumpkin for May 2020 and realizing I really kind of rather like this kit. I don't know why it took me so long to open it and start using it. So those 2 cards that I made last night, and I'm going to make the 3rd card that's pictured on the picture using the Stampin' Up spot that came in the kit. It was Misty Moonlight, but I'm going to use my bigger Misty Moonlight ink pad, and I'm going to use the elements in some of the cards for the clouds and a vellum sheet, a clear vellum sheet. So I'm stamping the hay, so that's one of the stamps in the stamp set that came in the kit. So I stamped that on the cloud, and I'm just following the directions pretty close to the picture that came in the kit, because you always get directions in your paper pumpkin, which is really cool. So if you can't think of anything creative to do, you don't really need to do any thinking at all, because it's all laid out for you. So the paper pumpkin is a really cool kit. If you're new to stamping, or if you just want to make cards, and it's a good therapeutic thing to do, and then you can send off a card to cheer somebody up, so you're helping somebody else too feel better, and it's a good thing. Paper pumpkins come to your house every month. I'm not quite sure what the price is, but it's around the $20 range or so, and it comes to your house, and you get all the directions, everything you need to make at least 10 to 12 cards, at least. Sometimes a lot more, and all the elements, all the adhesive that you need, and the only thing it doesn't come with, first kit you get a Stampin' Up black, but then after that you don't get one, and then it always comes with an ink block, little ink spot, and I think that was it. So it's pretty cool, and there's lots of clever ideas that people come up with, so it's a good investment, I think, especially if you want to craft and make your own cards to send to people. So I'm going to adhere that down onto, and I used some foam dots to pop it up. And then, according to the picture, it has some ribbon on it. Well, I don't like tying ribbon around something because my fingers get really frustrated, so I just cut some twine. Actually, it came with this little pink twine spool, so that was pretty cool. And this kit was called In Color, so it is using all of the new in colors for the 2020-2021 year. So there's Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider, which is one of my favorite colors this year. So I'm just tying a bow because I do not like tying a bow around something. So I just tied it, and then I used a little glue dot to stick it down, and there's a little glue dot. That's what a little glue dot looks like. So I just peel it off. I'm doing this at my table, so upstairs, so I'm not close to my pick it up tool or anything, so I just use my fingers. I'm having a little bit of trouble there peeling it off, but there it comes. So I stick it down and then make sure it's where I want it, adjust the bow, and then I cut off the ends. So, pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty neat. And then I take some of the, what do you call it, enamel embellishments that look like little flowers, and I plunk them around the card. And that was it for that card. It was just that easy to put together. It was pretty simple. So I like it. I like the clouds. So that card's done. So now for card number 2, which is an alternative card. So I'm I took the rainbow stripey card base and the Just Jade card base, and I'm cutting them down. And then I'm cutting the Just Jade at 3 inches. And I'm cutting down the rainbow, I think it was at 2.5 inches, maybe 2, I can't remember, 3.5 or 2. So then I'm doing just some wavy cutting into the paper because I want to make it look like kind of like a rolling hill, and I like that. And then I'm fussy cutting out just some of the rainbow lines of the paper, like a section of the rainbow lines. Don't want the whole card, just oh yeah, that's why I didn't cut it down. Ah. So I just cut out a section of the card, just of the rainbow lines, because I want to make it look like a road. So, and it's too big, so I need to cut it down to 4.25 so it fits across the card, because 5.5 is too long. So I cut it down, and then I had to go back and cut some more wavy lines because I lost my wavy lines. So I got that done, and I like that, how it turns out. And then I stick my wavy lines behind it. It turns out, yeah, I like that. So the next thing I do is I want to take my Misty Moonlight and a sponge dauber, and I want to do like a blue background. I want to ink up a blue background. So I tried this, but it's kind of getting broken because that little sponge thingy is coming off. The little Velcro piece on it is kind of falling off. So it wasn't really working all that good. But now I wish I kind of would have tried to fix it, because I used the smaller sponge dauber now, and it just made a bunch of little, but it turned out okay. I'm not worried about it, but it wasn't exactly like I liked it. So, but see how it made it all dotty? Yeah, so I'd rather use the bigger one if I'm going to ink up the background. But it's not bad, it's just not great. It's not what I like. So, just, yeah, so be careful when you do that. And then, like, my ink pad is pulling off. I have to call Stampin' Up and see if maybe they will replace it. Okay, so I guess somebody called me and there was a little break in there. So I finally got it all inked up, and then I went back and added some, oh my goodness, I don't know what they call. I can't remember what it's called. It was last year's in color, which I don't remember. So I didn't like the big cloud, but I liked the 2 smaller clouds. So I got the strips laid down, and it does kind of look like a stormy sky. So I mean, it turned out okay. And I do like the finished card when I get it done. So I'm just inking the edges with, oh my goodness, why can't I not remember last year's in color for the blue? I don't know. Anyways, I'm inking it up with that color, whatever color it was, because I cannot remember right now. Yeah, I'll hopefully, I'll remember, but I can't remember right now. Gee, frosting bumps. I don't remember what it was. Interesting. I just slipped my brain. So I'm popping up the smaller cloud to give it a little bit more dimension, and I do like that I inked up the clouds because it gives it more of a depth. And then I'm trying to figure out, I think it would be really cool to have a sun ray coming out of the cloud, but I couldn't make it work. So I wanted to use this yellow banner piece that came in the kit, but I was like, well, that would look cute, but it sticks out over the edge. So I go ahead and I stamp up the Oh Happy Day onto the yellow strip after I clean my block off. I had to clean off the hay. I had to clean that off, put that back. I always try to put back my stamps because if I don't, I will lose them. I've lost quite a few stamps for not putting them back where they belong. So I take out the Oh Happy Day and I use the Misty Moonlight again. I have to close up the whatever blue that was. I hate when I can't remember. So I stamp Oh Happy Day on it. And give it a good press down. And yep, perfection. So then I try and stick it under the cloud. Doesn't work. Put it down there. I don't like it. Try and sticking it underneath the grassy, the green paper, the Just Jade paper. Maybe if I put it at an angle. That's not bad at an angle, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like it down there. Just didn't seem to fit. So I'm like, well, there's got to be a way to make it fit. I don't know how I'm going to make it fit. But I know I do want the yellow up there in the sky. So what do? I grab my little scissors and I fussy cut out all the words. So, O, and then happy, and day. Yep. And I'm going to line up all the cards just like that. So I get out my zig pin, which Stampin' Up! Does not sell a zig pin, although they should. Because I am lost without my zig pin, especially when you want to glue down tiny little pieces. And like a tape runner wouldn't really work, but a zig pin, I like my zig pin. I recommend a zig pin. So, and I glue down the Oh Happy Day, and then I think I go back and glue down the happy again because it didn't stick really well. So, see, it wasn't sticking very good. There. Oh, Happy Day. I like it. I like how I cut it up, and it turned out pretty good. So it looks like a bit of sunshine is peeking through the clouds and stormy weather. So then I put down some of the enamel flowers from the kit. And then I think I added one more when I got done making the card. I think I added one more at the top. So, yep, there's the finished card. I like how it turned out. So the third and final card that I do, I stamp it over in the dual ink colors. So I'm using Magenta Madness and Yellow, Bumblebee, and then Bumblebee and Misty Moonlight, and then Misty Moonlight and Just Jade. So give it a rainbow effect, kind of. And then I stamp up the You Are Amazing and You Are Amazing. I stamp it up with the Cinnamon Cider. So I have all four of the ink colors on the stamp on there. And this is a card that's purely mostly stamping. So no designer paper involved, just a Whisper White cardstock. And that's all. So I did use some vellum to back up the You Are Amazing. And I do have to give credit to Sun Stampin', S-U-N-N Stampin by, I think, Suzanne, and in Canada. She had this idea, so mine is a little bit different from hers, but this is her idea. I have to give her credit. She's a really fun lady to watch too when she does her alternative paper pumpkins. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.